Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here with a new process video. I am sorry I have been gone for so long. Feels like forever since I have put up a new video on my channel. I do apologize. I ended up getting sick over Christmas and I am still dealing with the nagging cough and sniffles from that cold, so bear with me as I try to get through this process video. But I am going to be using these products. A lot of this is from a past hip kit. I believe this was their 2016 Christmas kit. And so I pulled out some things from that and then just some other things from my stash. So again, I'm just doing stash diving and working through some of my products. The first thing that I'm going to do here is take my photo, and I'm going to just do some matting behind the photo on some of those scraps that I just showed. The first one here is this, I believe this is from Studio Calico, this first paper. And my photo for today's layout is actually Charlie Brown and his little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. And the picture itself, everything in this picture is made out of ice. And back in 2016, we actually took the kids to the Gaylord Palm Hotel, and they have this program that every year it's called ICE, and they do a different theme. And so back in 2016, the theme was Charlie Brown Christmas. And so the entire scene and everything in this big presentation is carved out of ice. And it's unbelievable what they can carve and do with all of this ice. It's spectacular. It's really beautiful. And so it's very, very cold, which we live in Florida and my kids were born here. I'm originally from Canada, so I know what cold weather's like, but my kids were born here in Florida, and so they have never experienced winter or extremely cold temperatures. And so when we took them to this ice presentation, the temperature, I think they said, is like 3 degrees or something like this. So you have to get bundled up in these big parkas, and then you walk through and you can see all these ice sculptures. So anyway, yeah, they were freezing. It was funny to see them experience sort of really cold temperatures and see, this is how mom and dad spent winters. And so anyway, this is what that picture is from. It's Charlie Brown with his Charlie Brown tree. And so I'm trying to actually work through the pictures that I took at that ice show that we went to. And so this is one of them. And Charlie Brown and the Christmas presentation that's always on every year on TV is one of our favorites. It's sort of a tradition that we always watch it. And so I was excited when the Gaylord was having and their ice show and the theme had been Charlie Brown. So it was definitely the year that we wanted to go and see it. And so that's what this picture is from. So this will go in sort of a set of layouts that I'll have for this ice show that we went to. And so as I've been talking, I've just kind of gone through and sort of laid out the base of how this layout is going to come together. There's going to be 3 clusters. And I'm just using some scrap papers. I have some ribbon, sparkly, I guess it's more like washi tape in that turquoise that's going in each cluster. I did my journaling on one of the labels, and then I put another label up at the top, which is also going to be the base of the sort of clusters that are going to be on this layout. This layout actually is very, very simple. I don't do a whole lot to it. The background paper is pretty busy, and so I just keep the clusters in these 3 places. I'm going to have the one up there with my journaling, and then the one on the very top right, and then I will have some clusters around the photo itself. And so I kept it really simple because that background is so sort of busy in pattern, and so I did not want to try to compete with the background, and so I'm keeping these clusters pretty simple, as well as the items that I use in each of the clusters. All of these little trees and the little birds and the little houses that you're going to see me put down, they were all cut from other pattern papers that were in the hip kit from back in 2016. And so I'm just utilizing the papers and cutting them out to make my own embellishments, which is a great way to stretch your papers, especially if you don't want to use or you don't have the embellishments. Cut the pattern paper up and use different bits and pieces like this for embellishments, and you can really stretch your stash. So here I am just creating the little embellishment that's going to go along the bottom of the page. As you see, I just have some trees and some little houses, and then I have these cute little birds that were on one of the papers, and so I've cut those out. I believe that some of the papers actually from that year's kit were from Snow and Cocoa, and so this was all that I ever actually received of the Snow and Cocoa, I believe is what it was called, crepe paper collection. And so I'm excited to get it used on a page because it's kind of been sitting there and I loved it and I was kind of hoarding it. So it's good to see it actually get on a page and go into my album. Here I am taking the Chamel sticker book, and I don't use a lot of purple ever. And so I figured, because that tree in the background is purple and pink, and then there's some purple kind of shades of purple in this collection, I thought it was the perfect time to pull out those stickers that were in Chamel's book that had the purple letters. And I'm just spelling out Charlie Brown, and then tree will be in the pink and gold thickers that you see me placing there at the bottom. And it's a very simple title, pretty straightforward. Didn't go too crazy with the title or think of anything too cute for this title. It's really just what it is. It's Charlie Brown's tree. And in my journaling, I really just talk about the fact that going to see the show was one of our favorite things to do that Christmas, because we love Charlie Brown and I love the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. And so my finishing touch for this layout is just to add some sequins. And with that, I will have some still photos at the end. I'm going to glue these all down off camera and show you a quick peek before I go to the still photos. But if you are liking this video, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other layouts that I'll have coming up. And be sure to check back. I'm hopefully going to get some videos up here as my voice gets better. And guys, I will catch you on the next video. I hope you are having a great Christmas. Bye-bye, everybody.